Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Austin and SamuraiHex, so welcome back to another episode of the Manager of Legends Journeyman save with me, Matthew, and our manager, Neil Brannan. Now, we're here on the 8th of December 2040 because things have happened, and if you know my channel, you'll know if we don't come back by the end of the January transfer window or towards the end of the January transfer window, then two things have happened. Either one, a new club's come in for us, or two, we're close to the sack. So before we go ahead and show you what has happened, why don't you give this video a like? Every like coming my way does help the channel out immensely. You can also subscribe to the channel as well and hit the bell for mobile notifications so you never miss an upload. Check out all my socials down in the description below, and why don't you do a quick comment saying, boy, I can't wait to see you be sacked, or I can't wait to see you move to Central Coast Marinas in the A-League. A bit of random team, I know, but it was the first team that came into my mind that I remember the name of. But yeah, I said this tactic was quite good at the start of the season. We'd won a load of wins and then drawn one, and that was continuing. We then beat Lyon 2-1. We drew against PSG, not a bad result there. However, when we then lost to Marseille in the Champions League, drew against Caen at 2-2, lost to Inter 2-3, then beat Saint Etienne 3-0, Monaco we drew 2-2, Stade Rennes we drew 1-1, Arsenal we somehow won 2-0, then Marseille again we played and lost 4-0, Angers we won 2-0, Copenhagen we won 5-0, Nice we drew 1-1, Lens we lost 1-0, Eintracht Frankfurt we won 1-0, and then we lost to Rennes and Metz 3-1 and 1-0. And yeah, it's not been that bad. Like, given that we've been playing Champions League football in between, and we've been winning all these games against Eintracht Frankfurt and Arsenal and all that are quite hard teams to play against. It's not been too badly, but the problem is we haven't won in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. We have not won in the league. We've dropped down all the way to 8th, and for the first time in this season our job security is insecure. I think that's mostly because the fans of a D, the board aren't that bothered, but I think supporter influence is low on the board, so I don't know why they're saying not get me insecure when the supporters of the D and probably will be insecure, but I don't know. But we have the dreaded board meeting. We lost 3-1 to Metz. Because of that, they have called us into the board meeting. They want to qualify for the Champions League. I don't know if that's the same on air. No, they want to qualify for the Europa League. It's not the end of the world. We're not even halfway through the season yet. Oh, close to being halfway through the season. And we're only 5 points off Europa League and Conference League and 6 points off 6 points off Champions League. So it's not all the end of the world. So I'm going to attend this, and I'm going to say what I always say, is that it's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction, and they say that is probably right. So we go again. I have already decided to change the tactic because of this. We're going to 4-2-3-1, just instead of it being DMs, it's two midfielders in the centre. Hopefully this new tactic will do us good. However, we do have Real Madrid, we have Napoli, Juventus to play. We also got Coupe de France 9th round. Clermont we should win, Montpellier we should win, Toulouse we should win. It just depends if they decide to say, oh no, you're not doing good in the Champions League, we're going to sack you now. Even though this new tactic will be a lot better. So yeah, we're going to have to skip ahead and see what happens. Otherwise, if I get sacked during the way, you'll come back for a job interview or whatever, job special. Otherwise, be back either for the Lyon or PSG game. Who knows? And yeah, after the Mets game, we of course changed the tactic. With that new tactic, we won 4-2 against Real Madrid. But then we played Lens in the Coupe de France 9th round, lost on penalties. We drew 1-1 in either extra time or full time, and then lost on penalties. So yeah, not the end of the world, but the board were requesting the meet in the game. Gonna have to attend it, and it looks like I can't say. It looks like I can't say. Knee-jerk reaction. I'll just say we were just unlucky on another day. Yeah, we agree. If a bit more luck had gone your way, then we wouldn't be having this meeting. Well, that was such a dodged bullet. Okay. Hopefully, because of this new tactic, because technically we only lost on penalties, we'll be winning these next few games. We won't get another board meeting, but we'll probably, like I said, return for either Lyon, PSG or Caen game, maybe even Saint Etienne. It depends on one of those four will be the game this episode, along with the transfers that are already happening this January transfer window. And yeah, since last time it's not gone too badly. We beat Montpellier 3-1, lost to Napoli 2-1, to be expected in the Champions League against a team like Napoli, who, to be honest, have improved a lot more than what they were under us last season. We then played Toulouse 1-1-0, beat Juventus 2-1, drew with Lyon and beat Clermont 2-1. So now we've got the game against PSG this game upcoming. We're also playing Real Madrid in the knockout playoff round in the Champions League. So that's going to be tough. So we're still not in any European places. 7th overall. But in the end, only 3 points off Champions League and 2 points off Europa League and Conference League. So it's not the end of the world. If we go to transfers, because we haven't had a job meeting, board meeting again, so we've managed to do transfers without any input from the board, while direct football eyes. So yeah. So if we go to the signings, the first one to join was Gonzalo Cesar, who is a striker, right winger. Looks like he could get goal, but he's going to have to give a bit of time. At 20 years old, he might not even get to that potential. Adam Hill joins us as our squad player, DM midfielder. I would personally be giving him fringe player or impact sub, maybe even breakthrough prospect. And he already got unhappy with me because I literally just couldn't register him for the Champions League, and I didn't know how good he would be or if he would be a flop. So I didn't register him. He got unhappy. I managed to persuade him against it by apologising, so hopefully that's okay now. But he comes in for 29 million from Sporting Braga. Ivan Luceus, who you might remember from last year, last season with Napoli. We signed him last season, and then we've bought him in again this season, this time with Lille. He's a striker at AMC. Hopefully he'll get good to his potential, but he comes in from Napoli for 2.8k. Never played a game for them. And then, of course, for us, he's played 56. And then for us, he's played in the second team, I think. Yeah, he's already scored 1 goal, so hopefully he'll improve, get to his potential. Rafael Sanz joins us as a really good looking youngster, 17 years old, 1.5 star current ability, 5 star potential. He hopefully will be the next big thing for us. Trezor Atubi, also another youngster, who joins us, this time from Monaco for £66,000. He could get good. Christian Dotto, another youngster who joins us this time from Juventus. £35,500, he could get good as well. And for £37,000, rising to £74,000, Bartholomew Muller, Belgian centre back, left back, and right back. Can also play left wing back. He comes in. He's already been loaned out. Comes in from Antwerp. Hopefully he'll get good. All the loanees, there's not many to really speak of. A load of our players were loaned out to Astana, who are like an affiliate side of ours in Kazakhstan. At least I think it's Kazakhstan. Yes, it is Kazakhstan. So they're all playing for Kazakhstan football now for the end of this season. And then we loaned a few more players out. No one big, no one big was let go or sold, which is good to see. And we brought in one good. I've just realised. We also brought in Opiemi Sanusi. I completely missed them. For some reason, I went from Cesar to Hill. And I missed that Sanusi. Yeah, Sanusi joins us as our centre back right back. Because of that, Baron is no longer unhappy because we brought in a centre back, and hopefully he'll be a good player for us. But yeah, we've got 2 good players coming in who are first team ready. All the others, most of the others are 20-year-olds who will be in the B team for probably a couple of years and be released or sold. I can't see them getting to the level of being in the first team. The only one that is in the B team that could get good is Rafael Sanz. But yeah, thankfully no one has been sold or let go or loaned out who was in the first team plan, so that's all good. So yeah, now we have the game against PSG. This is the only game in today's episode, unfortunately. But how we normally do it is we have 0 games in the first episode of the season, 1 in the second and 2 in the final game of the season, and that's how it goes. But yeah, Jasmine Selimovic is our goalkeeper. I reckon we could do with a better goalkeeper, but he's basically all we've got. Isidri, who is our backup goalkeeper, played in the cup and didn't do too badly, though he did let all those penalties in, like lost us the game and nearly got sacked. But yeah, Mattia Rossi, who is unhappy over being left out of the Champions League squad because he's a squad player. He's not a squad player, he's a fringe player or impact, so he shouldn't be getting unhappy because he's not good enough to be a squad player. Because all squad players, if they don't get registered, they get unhappy. So yeah, he's unhappy. He's playing right back today instead of his preferred left back. Sanusi is our centre back alongside Acevedo. Sanusi's not been too bad, not good average ratings, but he's not looked too bad. Azevedo's been okay as well, probably our best centre back. Thiago Vasquez is our left back. He is really good. Adam Hill comes in as our midfielder alongside David Marotta. Marotta's been brilliant. Adam Hill's been good in his first game. Chiodini Jerby is our right winger. He's been playing there a bit more often and he's also been brilliant. Julia Mabombo, who was recalled from the coaching suggestions in January, and he's played 3 games so far, not done any good, but with him being youngster, I'm giving him the game time. Alvaro, he's been brilliant at left winger. Nuno, he's been brilliant as our striker. And the rest of the subs are Sidri and Klaus Jacobs, who's not been the best on average ratings, but he's been okay. I expect more from a 4-star player, but hey, you're just going to have to deal with that. With him being a poor player, and hope that you get a better player coming in the next summer. Ludovic Soulard, he is exploring his options at the end of the season or at the end of his contract, so he is not being in my first team plans currently. That is why he hasn't played as many games as he has as the other players have, and why he's not starting instead of Adam Hill. Julian Pitaro, who's been not too bad as a right winger. Kyle Barrett has not been too bad. He's actually gone up from 2.5 star to 3-star current ability. He has been our second best defender, but I'm giving the nod to Sanusi for this game. George Rocker, he's hardly played, but he's on the backup. He's on the backup as a bench today. Probably not going to play, I would assume. Matthias Orban, who hasn't been too bad. He's not played many games, but he's not done too bad off the bench. Jack Willie, as our other centre back, he's not done too bad, but his average ratings haven't been the best. Vincenzo Braun, he's been better later in the season, but at the start of the season he hasn't been too good. Oliveira, who has been promised to be sold because he is unhappy, he wants to leave the club because he wants to move back to Brazil. Yet the only transfers he actually, the director accepted was in Italy, and thankfully he didn't accept that because I was seeing France, and it is true, France is closer to Brazil than Italy is. So I'm glad he didn't go that, otherwise I would have been unhappy because he's been quite a good player the games he has been playing. Dylan Krager, he's been our best player, however he is injured for the next few days and he has been for a while. Francois Kohape, he's been playing off the bench, he's been quite awful to be honest, that's why he's been dropped for today. And Alejandro De La Fuente, he is pulling up such an angry fit. He wants his initially agreed playing time. He's a 2.5 star current ability expected regular starter. Now, if I could do it because it was by cheating the rules of the save or bending them, I would easily put him to fringe player, but he's just not good enough for a regular star. I've tried to give him a chance as a regular star. I've been trying to play him off the bench. I've even started him in the first 4 matches of the season, and he was awful. He can't hit a barn door, and if he does get a chance, it's from penalties or whatnot, and scores from there. So yeah, he has completely and utterly been dropped, and he's not playing in my first team plans game. And if the chance gets to the bit where he's still at the club next season, I'll probably not even registering him for the Champions League or whichever competition we get into. If we do get into one, if we don't get into one, I'll probably be sidelined. Antonio Rubio, he's not a very good player. He's back up at best, and when he has played, he's been awful. And Mario Fazzi, who has kind of been our regular striker until Nuno came in as striker and started scoring, as he's pulled off quite a good partnership Nuno has with Gerby. But Fazzi, until he was injured, he was our regular starter and he wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's all the players that we've gone over. So you introduced some more of them. Considering I didn't really introduce you to them in the first episode. But yeah, PSG, they're not having a good season. Well, they're not having a good season for PSG standards. They're currently second, which is, it's not bad. But given PSG are just miles ahead of all the teams in France, and Marseille are 5 points ahead of them with 2 games played less, yeah, it's not been good for PSG. We are definitely not expected to win this game, and that is for sure. As it is half time, 0-0 so far. PSG has had a couple of chances that have come up to nothing. But yeah, I'll just say, keep going. As I've noticed, Adam Hill is now injured, and I'm going to have to take him off, probably for Soulard, and that'll be that. Alvaro's not having a good game, so I will take him off for Auburn. I reckon my Bombo can also be taken off for Vincenzo Braun, and I'll leave it like that for now. In 61st minute, coming up to 71st minute, I will take off Azevedo because he's tired and also on a booking. Cal Barrett coming for him. I reckon Ross can also be taken off this time for Bataro. And yeah, we'll leave it like that for the whole of these subs. As 79th minute, I hope this isn't a goal or highlight on a goal for PSG, I should say. As it is with Fedorov. Gives it to whoever that was, but it's Fedorov back to the goalkeeper. Atkinson gives it to Scrivenvelli. Fedorov back to Scrivenvelli. Can't say his name at all. As it's all the way back to the goalkeeper. I don't know why they did that, but I'll take it. As it's now on the chance of the wing with Balaj. crossed in, and Jared Nuttall comes out of nowhere and heads it, and that is just poor defending in all honesty. But to be honest, I think PSG deserve that. I know we've had the same amount of chances almost, but they've just had the better amount of chances. And I'm going to go positive this final few moments, but I don't think we'll be winning. As I'll quickly pause it and say demand more. And yeah, it's full time. I'll just say that I'm angry. Because I'm not praising them for a defeat. I never do that, even if it's like the worst team in the world, best team in the world. Oh no. Don't tell me Hill's unhappy. Adam Hill is unhappy as he feels your team talk and you're too harsh on your team talk. Adam Hill looks like a right moaner, don't he? Oh my god, Adam Hill, you're a right moaner. I could say so much worse for you, but I'm not. Because he's joined, got unhappy for not being registered in the main team or the Champions League when I couldn't afford him to be in that team. And now he's unhappy over a harsh team talk, which was probably deserved. I don't know. I'm going to deal with that off camera. If he gets unhappy, he gets unhappy, and he'll have to deal with it for the rest of his career. But yeah, that is enough for this episode. So currently we are still in 7th. However, we've played one more game than the ones in front of us, and 2 games more than the team just behind us in Nice. So hopefully they don't catch up to us, and hopefully we can catch up to Rennes, Stade de Rennes, and Lyon and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been Matthew, us and SamuraiHex. If you have enjoyed this video, please give the video a like. Every like coming my way does help the channel immensely, and also makes me a very happy Matthew, so thank you if you like the video. If you are new to this channel, or you're someone who's just found out, or you're someone who's been viewing these channels but these videos but hasn't already subscribed, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get good FM24 content, hopefully going into FM25 and beyond. I can probably start thinking of my plans for FM25. I already know what I'm doing, to be fair. Tactical Masterclass will be coming back for FM25. I'm also going to be doing hopefully more rebuilds, and maybe Zero to Hero will come back as well, instead of it being Manager of Legends like it was this year. So if that all excites you, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell as well. Whether you're a returning viewer or someone who's already just subscribed, hit the bell for mobile notifications so you never miss an upload on this channel. And also check out all my socials down in the description below, and comment a comment asking a question. I don't care what question it is. Ask it about what is your dog's name called, or what is the book you're writing, or what is your book you have finished, because it helps with the algorithm, and I'm more than happy to comment a reply to any comments like that are said on my channel. But yeah, I've been Matthew, also known as SamuraiHex. I'll see you all next time. Hex signing out. Bye everybody.